Good morning, students. So, I already have given you some introduction about the plastic. So, what is plastic? You are very much familiar with this word and the items that you find in your everyday life that are made up of plastics. Plastic is also a polymer like synthetic fiber, right? But all the plastic they do not have the same type of arrangement. Means we told you that they are made up of smaller units, they join together, they form a chain like structure. But in case of plastic, all the plastic they do not have the same type of arrangement of their units. Okay, in some case the plastics are may having this linear structure. In case of the other whereas in others there may be a cross linked structure of units, so they have a different type of arrangement of their units with which they are made up of. Okay, plastic articles, they are available in all type of shapes, sizes, right? And you can see that they are easily moldable, can be shaped in any form. So plastic is very important thing that we find in our nature, that we have made, actually that is not found in the nature, that is made, that is also a synthetic fiber, means that is also made by the human beings with some chemicals. So but you have noticed one thing, when you try to bend some piece of plastics, okay, some are foldable and some cannot be folded. You can bend some of the plastic items, but some of the plastic items they cannot be bent. When you apply your force on them, so you cannot bend them. So uh, we have some of the plastic will be there. When you add some hot water, right, to a plastic water, what will happen? It will get deformed, its shape will change. So there are types of plastic actually, so that we are going to discuss here is that types of plastics. First is thermosetting plastic and second is thermoplastic. Okay, so let's see the difference between them. Very easy. Thermosetting plastic. So first of all, let's discuss about thermosetting plastic. So some plastic which when molded once cannot be softened by heating, right? Means once you have given one particular shape to such plastics, they cannot be molded into another shape by heating. Means if you will heat them, they will melt down, or you cannot change their shape or size after heating. Once you have made a shape, you have given a shape, that they will remain with that shape only, right? So such type of plastics are known as thermosetting plastics. So let's see. Thermosetting plastics are hard and rigid. Example is bakelite and melamine. So you might have heard about the melamine plates. Bakelite means the handle of your fry pan or saucepan. So these are made up of thermosetting plastics. The handle of a pressure cooker, that is also the example of thermosetting plastic. Thermosetting plastic can be molded to set it in any shape, but it cannot be remolded. What they are saying, once you have given a particular shape, you cannot remold that shape, right? It is dark in color, it is hard and resistant to heat and electricity also, right? Heat resistance, obviously when you hold that handle, if you are keeping that pan whose handle is made up of thermosetting plastic, when you heat that pan, obviously that thermosetting handle that do not get hot because it is heat resistant, as well as electricity also. It is being widely used for the handles of kettles and pans. Earlier, black telephone sets, electric switches, electric lamp holder, pins, plugs were made up of thermosetting plastics. Okay, so we usually call them thermoset also, so don't get confused. So many items are made from these, right? Actually, melamine is a versatile material in this case. Melamine, it resists fire also, and it can tolerate heat better than the plastic. So it is also used for making floor tiles, kitchenware and fabric which resist fire. Okay, so then comes the examples of thermoset plastic. Thermoset handles that I told you. A fireman uniform is coated with thermoset plastic to make it fire resistant. As I told you, some of the material are also made by these thermoset plastics that I told you, because they are resisting to fire also. Melamine wares. Melamine wares means bowls are there, plates are there, right? So that are made up of melamine. And melamine is also a example of thermosetting plastic. An electric pin, right? So you can see here the example. So not this this part, but this black one. This part is also made up of thermoset plastic, because we know that they are they do not conduct electricity even. Then comes the thermoplastics. Okay, so some of the plastics are there which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily, are known as the thermoplastics. Okay, so this is opposite of thermosetting plastic, means when we heat them we can easily reshape them, we can easily bend them, right? So such type of plastics are known as thermoplastics. Polythene and PVC are some of the examples of thermoplastics. Basically these are used for manufacturing toys, the comb that we use, and various types of containers, right? So let's see, thermosetting plastics, they are soft and flexible. They are not elastic like rubber and steel springs. They melt on warming and regain their shape on cooling. Okay. Plus, thermoplastics can be drawn into fine fibers, molded to any desired shape, or stretched or spread as sheets. So these are the properties of thermoplastics. Some of the better known thermoplastics are nylon, polyamide that we discussed earlier, polyesters, polythene, polyvinyl chloride, means PVC. The full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. Acrylic, right? Polyurethane, polypropylene, we usually call them PP also, polytetrafluoroethylene, so PTEE, etc. So all these are the well known thermoplastics. Then comes examples of thermoplastics. Plastic table and chairs, they are made up of thermoplastics. Plastic food containers that you see at your home. Plastic toys, they are also made up of thermoplastics. Plastic spoon and forks, plastic cups, plastic daily use items. So plastic examples are, you have seen many of the examples of plastics, right? Then coming to the properties of plastic, there are a lot of properties which are very useful for human beings, and just because of these properties we use them. They resist corrosion, right? Because whenever we keep them outside in moisture, in air, in water, in rain, so they do not get corroded. So they resist corrosion, right? They resist high temperatures. Okay, they can, you can keep them at high temperatures also. Insulate heat and electricity, means bad conductor of electricity and heat. Elastic, right? It's their property, means they are elastic in nature. Then I told you that you can stretch them on heating, you can give a particular shape to them. Thermoplastics can be recycled. Okay, so thermoplastics are like, they can be recycled, not reactive to chemicals and water, right? Whenever you have to make some reaction with the chemicals, so they are non-reactive to chemicals and water. Water resistance, obviously you have seen, if you keep them in water also, they don't not react with the water. Soft when hot, when you give heat to them, so they get soft. Then comes the plastic and the environment. So what is how these plastics are related with the environment? We have seen many examples of these plastics that are beneficial to us, but now we have to see whether they are useful for our environment or not. Recycling waste plastic is very important. It may kill many animals as well as polluting earth. ठीक है. So they are saying we are using plastic, but the first thing that we should know that we should recycle the waste plastic, right? If we do not recycle them, it may kill many of the animals, right, and as well as polluting the earth. So in this earlier standard, you might have studied that how these plastics are harmful to the human being, to the animals, to the earth, to the environment, right? Plastics are not biodegradable. So this is the disadvantage of plastic, means we cannot they do not get converted into the compost, or they cannot be degradable. So they are not biodegradable, but means they do not get easily decomposed. Few years ago, scientists have discovered photodegradable plastics that can be broken down by sunlight, but it takes very long time to rot. Rot means to decompose. So they are saying they have discovered a type of plastic. Photodegradable means, photo means the sunlight, right? So such plastics has also been discovered which are broken down by sunlight, but the time taken for that decomposition is very large. It takes years to get rotten. Recently, scientists discovered biopolymers, biodegradable polymers. They rot very easily. For example, the plastic made from cornstarch dissolves rapidly in water. So lot of discoveries has been made which help the human being to recycle them, or to throw them in water so that they get decomposed in the water. Okay. So one more information I would like to share with you, that melamine cancer, you might have heard about this. If you eat in a melamine plate, you may become a victim of melamine cancer. Melamine is a thermosetting plastic and is non-biodegradable. So while eating, we scratch the plate with the spoon. So melamine coating, it also get into our food, which may cause cancer. So check under your plate whether melamine made is written or not. Use bone china, glass or steel plates instead, right? It means we should not use such products which are made up of melamine for eating the food, because when you scratch them, the coating of melamine that also mixed with our food and is eaten by us. So some other products, glass, steel plates, bone china, right? So some other plate materials are also available. For such materials, such utensils we can use instead of melamine. 3 R's, right? So you are familiar with 3 R's, that is reuse, reduce and recycle. Reducing the amount of waste that we use is the best to be the best help to the environment, right? Instead of throwing things away, try to find ways to use them, right? Many of the things that we use in everyday, like paper bags, soda cans, milk cartons, they are made up of material that can be recycled. So we should follow these 3 R's in our life. Okay, that we have to reuse the things, we should reduce the things, and we should recycle. So sometimes we get confused between reduce and recycle. Reduce and recycle, what is the difference between them? In case of reduce, we are using them in such a manner that so difference between these three is reduce means we have to minimize the use of certain things which are harmful to the environment. Suppose if we are saying polythene bags are not friendly to the environment, not useful for the environment, not useful for the aquatic animals, so they do not get easily decomposed, so we should reduce the use of such. What is the difference between reuse and recycle? Reuse means the same thing, you are reusing them, right? You are not changing anything in particular thing, and you are using that for some other purpose. And in case of recycles means, in case of recycling, we are transforming the particular thing into some other thing, right? Suppose one plastic bucket is there, okay, earlier you were using that bucket for the purpose of having taking bath, right? So if it get some crack, or it get the water is getting leaked, so you are using that bucket for the purpose of dustbin. So what you do is you keep that bucket at the place of dustbin. You are using that to keeping that for keeping the dry garbage in that bucket. So you are using the same material, same bucket. You are not making any change in the bucket. Same bucket is being used for something else, for some other purpose. So that is the meaning of reuse. In case of recycle, recycle means when you are making some changes in that, and after that changes you are using that item, right? For example, like you are having a plastic bottle, right? Or which is having um, open mouth, right? So you cut the upper portion of that bottle and you use that for the purpose of planting trees, not trees, plant for flower plants, for using that as a flower pot, or you are using that as for the purpose of growing small flowers in that base, keeping some soil in that, and you are growing some plants in that. So that is the meaning of recycle. So this is a difference between reuse, reduce and recycle. Reuse means using the same thing for some again for some other purpose. Reduce means you are minimizing the use. Recycle means you have turned that object into some other use. So this was all about your synthetic fiber and plastics.